We are about to get some delicious flavors from Hawaii. For lunch, Trace Market at W Seattle has a new menu, and they're serving up delicious kimchi fried rice in Spam, egg, and cheese sliders. And here with a homemade Spam recipe is their chef, Steven Ariel. Welcome to New Day.
Thank you for having me.
So I never knew that you could make Spam. Like, I always thought it came out of a can, but now we're making it. How do you make Spam?
Well, normally it does come out of a can, but I like to really know what's in my food.
Yeah,
and so we like to make it in-house, and that's what makes our Spam unique. It doesn't come from a can. We make it so we know what's in it.
And it's the same stuff that's in the canned Spam, right?
It's similar, but it's my take on it, and
Yeah.
I try to replicate the flavor profile as much as I can.
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so because Spam is like a secret sauce, they're never going to exactly tell us how it's made. Chef Steven is going to. So what do we put into it?
So basically, it consists of some ground pork.
Okay.
And I also add some minced ham to it.
Nice.
And here's one of the secrets to it is pork fat. And that gives it a lot of moisture, definitely a lot of flavor.
And then when it heats up, it kind of melts into it makes it, like,
keeps it really nice. When you think of Spam, it's, salty and fatty, and it's one of those guilty pleasure foods.
Yes.
And then next we have a seasoning mix of basically onion powder, garlic powder, some salt, and other seasonings in here.
So kind of choose your own adventure when it comes to seasonings, right?
Yeah, you can do whatever you like, but most commonly it has garlic and seasoning profile.
Okay. And
then a little bit of water. The water helps kind of incorporate it all together.
Yeah.
And really you're gonna wanna spend some time working with this, getting it really nice and blended, and then we're gonna transfer it into a baking dish, or what we use in a hotel is a terrine mold.
Okay.
And from there, we'll bake it in a water bath.
Can I ask a quick question?
Sure.
I like making meatballs, which is we always mix a bunch of different meats in my family. I have never used a giant whisk to do this. Is it less tough on the meat when you use a whisk versus your fingers?
Well, we make it in such large batches. Normally, we make it in a large mixing bowl, a machine, because we're dealing with 10 pounds, 15 pounds. It's quite a bit to whisk.
That would be a lot.
This is a smaller batch, so I'm using a whisk, and we use the paddle attachment. And if you have like a little KitchenAid at home for baking, that is perfect to use the paddle attachment.
Okay, so
while you're incorporating your product together.
All right. So now that it's gotten all mixed up, you stick it in
this mold
terrine
here,
or a mold.
Yeah, and it's lined with plastic, and that'll help you unmold it later on after it's done cooking.
And I did ask Chef, doesn't the plastic melt in the oven? And you said no, because it's only cooking at what?
Yes, we're going to be baking in a water bath, so there's moist heat, and we're going to be baking at 250 degrees. This will take about almost 2 hours until you reach an internal temperature of 155.
Okay, internal temperature of 155. Yeah. Low and slow. And also I asked, how do you put a water bath? You said use a roasting pan, fill it up with that much water, like an inch of water.
On the outside, and then you cover it up after, and you bake it, and it keeps the moisture in there as it's cooking.
Got it. So now that you've got it in this tureen, and and you cover it too?
Yep, we cover it just to keep it all together. And you want to pack it in there so that it's nice and level, and there's no air pockets in there. So I like to, bang it down on the cutting board and get it nice and solid. Okay. And this will bake, as I mentioned, a couple of hours. And then for the sake of time, I brought one already made so you can see what it looks like.
Magic of TV.
So it'll bake in this dish, and then after it's done baking, what we like to do is cool it, and if you press it, it'll stay nice and compact. Okay. Otherwise, you can just cool it, and then for the sake of.
So the beauty of using the plastic is it unmolds it really.
It unmolds it really easily. And,
and then voila, there you have it. I have to try one because you've got some over here. I have to say, that is good. That does have, I think that's much better than Spam. No offense to the Spam manufacturer, but that's pretty good stuff.
And we know exactly what goes into it.
And we know what goes into it. So you're originally from Hawaii?
Yes, I am. I was born and raised there and lived between Oahu and the Big Island primarily. Wow. And I've been in the area almost 20 years now, so.
Well, that is so cool.
I really love it up here.
All right, so there are so many dishes that are made with Spam in Hawaii, and a lot of the dishes you have at the Trace Market have it. So let's get started because I know we're about out of time. We're gonna make some fried rice with Spam as well, right?
Yes, real quickly, I'm gonna just put together some fried rice. And here we have a little bit of oil. So you wanna get the Spam just a little bit brown and crisp.
Yeah. Just to give it some color.
Just to give it some color. And
little kimchi action here. So you add, so that's kimchi.
I have some scallions and then some mushrooms. You can put whatever you want into it. At the hotel, we put some chopped eggs, vegetables, peas, eggplant. So.
Well, I'm getting my fork because as you're finishing that there, I can try this here because we have one already made.
Some kimchi, a little bit of mushrooms, some scallions.
That is so good. So you can make your Spam at home and then use it for all sorts of things, or you can just come to Trace Market. Tell us about Trace Market real quick.
Yeah, Trace Market is our fast and casual concept. In the hotel, we serve breakfast and lunch, and you can get a lot of quick and grab and go items. We have a coffee bar. We make a lot of our own pastries in-house, and we have fresh pressed juices, and it's
so many things.
Yeah.
I'm so excited to come try it, but first, before I let you go, I'm just going to try this right from the pan because it looks so good. Chef, this is awesome. Thank you so much for being here and sharing this with us.
The New Day Northwest Kitchen is brought to you by Safeway.